Alright, konnichiwa minasan. Selamat datang diucapkan untuk anda yang mengikuti sesi di secara langsung dan juga anda yang menonton setelah live stream ini berakhir ke sesi kolaborasi Stomachofchaos bersama laman pop culture suka ramai BuzzPopTV. Seperti biasa saya Kudom hari itu dari laman blog stomachofchaos.com bersama para panelis dari BuzzPop akan memberi reaksi dan ulasan keseluruhan core kedua musim ke-6 siri anime My Hero Academia yang merangkumi episod 14 hingga ke-25. So it's quite a big chunk of pretty much one season lah of anime yang disiarkan di laman streaming Netflix dan Amazon Prime setiap hari Sabtu. So bersama saya panelis malam ini terdiri daripada anime sensei, BuzzPop dan Master of Culture, Isekai, Waifu Hunter dan berbagai lagi accolades. Anri Alwi, how are you?
Saya rasa chama-chama, konnichiwa, and tell your mom I said hi and your wife I be home late.
Oi, berapa masa?
Dah buka dah.
Dah buka? Oh, okay. Itu macam okay, dan juga panelis kami, Kaki Adewe dan Gundam-meister Shazli American. How are you, mate?
Baik, dengar. Aku lucu kau mention bulan puasa tapi kau punya
dia tutup
kau punya side ni
tak boleh because dia tak ada, aku tak jumpa gambar dia pakai tudung. Anyway.
Good luck.
good luck.
Tak apa. Yeah, get ready to be kecam. Anyway, untuk makluman anda yang belum pernah mengikuti sesi ulasan kami, perbincangan kami akan mengandungi spoilers yang berkait dengan episod yang diulas. Dan juga kepada anda yang menonton sesi ini setelah live stream berakhir, silakan kepada laman YouTube Stomachofchaos dan BuzzPop supaya anda tidak ketinggalan untuk menonton live stream kami yang akan datang. Dan jangan lupa seperti biasa untuk tenyeh butang like. Okay. So since we have quite a lot to get through, kita akan ke segmen kita yang pertama, reaksi satu ayat. Okay, reaksi satu ayat kita. Well, untuk saya, landmark moment. Kepada anda yang menonton siri ni from season 1, you would remember DEKU'S voice over, implying that he's giving this voice over from a time in the future when he's already the hero, kan? And now this is the time lah. I was quite surprised actually because I didn't expect him to mengaku that he is the hero now, but there it was. Just your reaksi satu ayat, please.
The power that Deku has does not make him mature. Yes, kita boleh discuss nanti of the actions yang Deku buat for the second core is still the action of budak.
Yalah.
So, I'm not faulting him for that, but
yeah, kena budak kan.
Mature.
It's like kau bagi office of the Prime Minister of Malaysia to a 12-year-old. What you think is going to change? He won't. Anri, your reaksi satu ayat, please.
Reaksi satu ayat. I think the best word to describe season 6 kan is turning point. Turning point. It's a lot of things happening. The first core you see is just one big battle that changes the whole entire landscape, and then the second core is the aftermath, and we shows the turning point for Deku, turning point for even Bakugo and a lot of other characters, a lot of the whole industry, the scene, the whole society that changed. So it's like Since basically the whole franchise dah peak, and now we're going to the the last run for My Hero Academia. We probably get around another 3 seasons at the rate it is going. But I'm not surprised if we can get another 6 seasons lah, if they really drag things on. Banyak gaduh-gaduh lah.
Because Horikoshi itu cakap dia pun cakap kononnya nak end the thing, and then a year later he tweeted to say about my tweet last year, perhaps nak tambah sikit lah kot. And then obviously masa whatever we are watching now, we're reading now in the manga is possibly like about 5-6 volumes ahead. And then considering the fact that what we are watching at the moment was out in 2021, yeah, so that's like 2 years ago. So and then lagi satu benda yang tak disangka, sekarang Horikoshi is not very well because of his shoulder problem. So he's at the moment, I don't know whether hiatus yang supposed to be 2 weeks sudah berakhir atau tidak. But
you do know why he has a shoulder injury, right?
I do not know why.
He's carrying Shonen Jump on his back the whole time. And also he's penat kira duit from all the franchise movies, you know, all those toys models.
Yeah, but joking aside, I mean, I personally don't think Shonen Jump is literally carried by MHA. There's lots of other. I mean, I'm not talking about the smaller franchises, but bigger franchises like One Piece has been going on for ages, and you know, those kind of IPs. Well, it is there, and it's got a massive following, like all of us know.
I'm a big fan of One Piece, but they're dragging things unnecessarily at this point. It's like they're repeating the whole same story, and then we get the same situations and the same fights yang kena drag on. But it's really bit tiring to read One Piece now in terms of plot development.
Yeah, still. Yeah, but I'm sure the One Piece fans don't agree because orang happy. But I do not know anything about One Piece anyway. I'm looking forward to the live action. Anyway, just a quick one. Seperti yang saya cakap minggu lepas, surprisingly season ni 3 buku 3 volume and then literally the last episode ended betul-betul in the last chapter of this volume 33. So compared to the first core yang ada 5 volumes, and so we've got something from chat. Let's see what chat got. Okay, probably this is a reaksi satu ayat. This is from Hi Caleb Paul. Deku not that powerful. He can, but the thing is, he's torn between his lack of maturity in accepting this big responsibility. Have anybody else got any other thoughts on this?
Setuju actually, because ultimately the combination of powers that he's using is dia tak take the Punisher punya approach. Really, like he's still fighting in a very limited punya way, so that the villains do not tak mati lah. Kalau nak ikutnya senang je, dia bunuh all the villains, which is something we can discuss later on lah.
Yelah, itulah. Anyway, so since we've got a lot to get through, so kita akan ke segmen kita seterusnya for our first question. I mean, I've given you the questions like beforehand. It looks daunting, but we don't have to spend 40 minutes per question. So here we go. Right. So basically ini pun kind of ikut episode, tapi some of the questions or kind of overlaps from episode to episode. So basically we'll start off with the beginning of core 2, the aftermath. So that's really all kita ingat core 1 pretty much serangan hendap kononnya daripada pihak hero using all resources available, dengan tarik budak-budak sekolah sekali nak serang the villains in a two-pronged approach with semi berjaya, semi disastrous, and the disastrous bit is actually worse than the kejayaan apa yang dia orang do all this stuff lah. So anyway, let's start with who want to go first? I'll give you. So, selain dari penangkapan villain-villain oleh pihak berkuasa, namun Shigaraki dan konco-konconya berjaya larikan diri oleh near high-end Nomu, dan tak ketinggalan juga MIA Toga Hibiko yang MIA, dan tekanan ke atas setengah-setengah hero yang akhirnya putus asa hingga meninggalkan kejaya hero mereka. So in a nutshell, what are your views on this? Is this something expected, or is this something like, something that they weren't expecting, the heroes? Silakan.
Okay. When you said the whole mission kan, the two-prong attack was...
Yeah. Is the music too loud?
I don't hear any music.
You can't hear the music? You can't hear anything. Okay. Chat, kalau siapa kata dengar macam music kuat, tak dengar suara Anri apa, sila beritahu saya. Sorry Anri. Okay, go ahead.
Okay, when you said the mission kan is semi successful, semi failure kan, overall is a total failure now if you really think about it now. They didn't get all for one. Shigaraki escaped and they have suffered major losses now. And what they did is actually they just arrested like most of the alliance, but then you get Tartarus now, the place where the most dangerous villains kan kena simpan kan, they got busted out. So it's a big loss. This is like you lost 100 ships when you just sank the enemy punya 20 ships atau apa. It's not worth it lah. It's not even a victory lah.
Yeah, you're right. Because yang tangkap pun jaga untuk Makia. It's like okay.
Yeah, and Janto Makia was the only big capture that they can actually brag about. Yeah, lain semua jenis marhen punya villain. Yeah, and you know what happened? The people lost confidence, and the heroes quit one by one. One because they see the pointlessness of fighting against Shigaraki punya vision tau. Because what he said kan is true, what Dabi said is true tau. They are not lying, and they showed the heroes kan the grim reality of being a hero tau. Whatever you do kan, it will not be enough. They will still call you out for everything that goes wrong. But when you're doing right kan, they just mostly take it for granted, and not a lot of people can actually do this now. If you want to be a hero kan, you have to sacrifice yourself. You have to sacrifice your time, you sacrifice your life, but you also must be sacrifice you punya, unfortunately kan, you punya dignity lah. You see how they treated All Might in the end of episode 25 tau. When All Might was around kan, he was basically a god on the face of the planet tau. But he retired, they blame him, except for themselves tau. And this is what the heroes see tau. Why am I fighting for these people? It makes no difference. So a lot of them just give up, not because they feel that they failed out. They feel, what's the point? And they are right to feel this way now. They're still humans. So the show shows us kind, it's not all that glitz and glamour when it becomes a hero. There are repercussions to your social life now. Can you imagine kan, you're a hero and then you retire and then you try to take home, pergi tinggal kat shelter. People will look at you and treat you differently because it's all still your fault, even though you did your best.
Yalah. Chef, any thoughts on this aftermath?
Pretty much, it goes to show that the simple concept where banyak orang will support you dengan mudah when things are going easy.
Biasalah, manusia kan.
When things are not going great, mulalah. Ini salah dia, itu salah dia buat tak betul. It also reflects the prediction or rather the cause that Stain mentioned way back about season 3 that there's a lot of fake heroes.
Yes.
We're not saying they're not heroes, but they are heroes because it's a good job. They are not heroes because they are selfless and self-sacrificing. So dia orang buat benda tu sebab benda tu is an easy way for them to make money. So bila dia punya kerja tu become overwhelmingly impossible to do, okay guys, I'm done. And then it doesn't help that the ones yang betul-betul selfless pun gets blamed for something that was out of hand, when actually kalau you nak kira, it's actually not the hero's fault. It is the fault of the governments and humanity itself for not choosing the Punisher punya route. Kau dah tangkap villain, kau letak dalam cell, allowing them to have a chance to break free. Gantung mati je. Sounds obscene lah kan, coming from a superhero punya ni, but I've always did not like the whole Arkham Asylum concept. All these keeping villains yang like bunuh je lah.
Tapi habislah cerita. Tak ada lagi villain.
No, that's the thing. I mean, but this is something which we cannot avoid because even in our society sekarang, hukuman gantung pun tak boleh, unkind, inhumane. If the person raped and murdered 50 women, do you think it's unkind to hang him? Itu let society answer lah.
Yelah.
Everybody is always saying must remove the hukuman gantung mati and all that, like cannot, man. I don't agree with that.
Just one yang kata, walaupun aku suka Batman, tapi konsep Arkham Asylum ni memang bodoh.
Yes. Tak, dia macam ni. Kalau a villain or a criminal who does potential hukuman gantung sampai mati punya thing, you did it once, and then okay, they say criminally, mentally unsound and everything, okay.
Yelah,
the family pun, the victim punya family pun kata okay lah, kami maafkan kau. They do it again, that's it man, gone. Kau bagi lagi Joker tu especially 5-6 kali, I'm back guys, I'm back. When are you gonna get it, you know? Kalau mengedar dadah pun boleh pukul sampai mati. And yet roaming murderer, you just relax je gitu tu.
Apa ya, Wan menambah Joker berkali-kali. What TTR?
Tak, that one is his typo tu, R tu typo.
Berkali-kali
R dengan T kan side by side. It's a typo.
Yelah. Tapi tanpa Joker, tak dapat lagi kita tengok Batman banyak kali. Yeah, that's my point just now. It's more of a plot device. I mean, so that these people will never die or whatever, that get follow.
Or Joker tak kena bunuh because he's part of the system tau. He kills people using guns, which is one of the big business in American society. Plus, the more people he kill and put in the hospital kan, more insurance company can buat claimants to the cases.
And then give police something to do, give superheroes something to do.
And then the rich people pandai, then they don't live in Gotham.
Yes.
Why should they stay there? They all tinggal kat tempat ada Hawaii, Maldives, you know, Morocco, tempat yang aman, tak ada gaduh-gaduh, spend their money.
Anyway, since you are there, let's get on to the next bit. I mean, we've Anri touched upon this Tartarus diserang. So we all know that it was bukannya I don't know whether the 6 prisons were done simultaneously or were done subsequently, but anyway, kalau hero boleh buat 2 prong attack, this is like 7 prong attack. So in your opinion, apakah motif All for One Shigaraki di waktu diumpamakan boneka? I mean, a lot of times in the later bit of season of the core, first core, and even at this stage, Shigaraki is merely like a mouthpiece for All for One inside him. You know, I mean, Shigaraki, because All for One dia macam the master planner and everything, and as much as Shigaraki got his own I don't know whether Shigaraki's got vision as far as what AFO has. So sorry, back to the question. Apakah motif AFO untuk melepaskan villain utama dari penjara security tinggi ini? So sebelum melakukan perkara yang sama di 6 penjara utama di sekitar Jepun. Pandangan anda?
Dia punya plan dia is actually very simple. All All For One wants to do is to just create enough chaos to buy enough time for his plans to come to fruition. And kedua is sebab dia memang at his core dia adalah orang yang sukakan chaos. He blamed All Might for his initial friends punya the loss of his initial friends masa early days when before Deku punya time lah. So they orang banyak bergaduh and a lot of his compatriots kena tangkap. So this is something that he has always enjoyed, chaos, the breakdown of society. Memang dia kepala dia sadistic lah. Sadistic and there's a craziness attached to his head. So all this is just part to advance his plan to generate chaos and to buy enough time so that Shigaraki will be able to reach his full potential. Whether he plans to use Shigaraki later on by taking over the body or not, that one nampak macam ada plans for it, but I can't see how he plans to do it lah.
Yeah, we'll see how. And then another thing also, I was just wondering. I mean, as much as I agree with you, he's got his sadistic side to him, wanting to make sure everything's. But as you also correctly say, is to weaken the good guy side lah. You know, now you get heroes quitting. Now you get the public not liking the heroes. So what better way to weaken the good guys? Anything to add, Anri?
I agree with Shaz. He's just buying time for his plans to come to fruition. But he is also going to get a lot of the elite criminals kind. You have to understand. This is the
they're
best.
in there, aren't they?
The Liberation Army. They're made out of tens of thousands of volunteers yang masuk join the cause, but they're not hardcore, not like the people in TARTARUS. Muscular. He's like 100
psychotic tu.
Quirk users tau, in terms of muscle, dia muscle punya power tau. So he has a big he has thought this plan for a long time tau. He purposely get himself caught. I'm pretty sure he was not by chance kan All Might kalahkan dia. This is part of his plan tau. Dia dah buat plan. He either kills All Might or All Might sends him to TARTARUS and he wins either result tau. So he knows that he'll be in touch with all these clowns in TARTARUS, and he knows Shigaraki will be stronger, so he just biding his time. This is all part of the plan. We see later in Cour 2, right? Especially when it comes to Lady Nagant, right? He had everything planned out. This thing will happen. This thing will happen. I'm going to do that. You will do that.
Yep.
So let all things fall into places now. So this is all by design. But also maybe something yang kita semua tak sedarkan. It's just a symbolic thing tau. They say whatever you do to me, right? I can break out. I can destroy society. TARTARUS punya attack kan is basically dia punya statement tau. Said there's nothing you can do to stop me. There's no place safe enough to harbor you from me tau. Can you imagine half a kilometer buried underneath the ocean floor?
Yeah.
And this clown can still
communicate,
let himself escape.
Communicate,
escape, plan, scheme, whatever they call it lah.
I mean that point itself.
And one more thing, memang it's obvious by now that All For One is going to do the Orochimaru thing to Shigaraki lah. Naruto, he harbors Sasuke tukar badan in the first part of Naruto. This is his game plan at the end lah. I mean, look at him, badannya dah kutuk repot nak hancur dah. Muka pun dah cair. So Shigaraki is not handsome, but at least he's functioning lah. So makes more sense lah.
Right. I mean, what was I going to say just now? Yeah, aku dah lupa. But anyway, since you're there, we'll go on to the next bit. If I remember, I'll mention it. So the next bit is now in essence, this is just to summarize the bit where I've called it Rakyat Jepun bangkit ketidakpuasan hati rakyat. Sounds like a political slogan. Akibat kegelisahan melihat akibat insiden yang kita lihat thus far in Core 1, suara rakyat berkumandang untuk mendapat penjelasan lebih-lebih lagi dari Endeavour setelah siaran tell all dari Dabi. In a way, this somewhat reflects societies bengang-bengang juga, tapi benda ni bunyi macam sensasi tau. Macam Dabi adalah sebenarnya anak Endeavour, with a slight added gravitas that Dabi is a serious villain and can cause problems in the country. You know, it's like, oh god. Tapi that's how it is. Dan jaminan untuk masuk, dan juga permintaan dari rakyat untuk mendapat jaminan untuk masa depan lebih baik dari pihak hero. So pendapat anda, so do you think they can redeem themselves, the heroes, for damage control and that kind of stuff? Silakan.
In a real world kan, you cannot redeem yourself from this lah. There's too much scandal, too much shit has happened lah. But I'm surprised that the people in My Hero Academia like, is portraying the Japanese public like this tau. The Japanese public kan acting like this kan, it reminds me of macam it's a bit of a far-reaching scenario tau. I can see this thing happen in Korea. In South Korea,
I know, yeah. They do react like this. Tapi the reason aku cakap why I mentioned that Dabi is a serious villain, they would react like this kalau pelakon not as bad as Korea, but kalau pelakon X bercinta dengan pelakon Y, that kind of thing. This is the kind of thing.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah. But pelakon lah. Benda-benda
among the fans,
trivia.
right?
But
that's about the fans. But the general public.
But not just the fans though. But you have to bear in mind all these paparazzis from news portals yang jenis tabloid semua. That's read by the general public, and a lot of I mean, I don't expect the general public semua nak ikut say idols ke apa. Tapi kalau macam pelakon for example, benda tu is a bit more, I mean, dia punya outreach dia lagi besar kan. So katalah dia kata pelakon X yang famous, you know, whatever. Tapi itu pelakon lah. Right here. Sorry, go ahead. So I'm going to tell you, this thing is like an affair basically. It's like Endeavour kan is katakan Endeavour kan is the superhero society, and he had affair kan, cheating on his sick wife, and the public knows about it. Okay. The hero at the end of the day can save the world and rebuild society, but public will never trust the superhero society 100% like before now. Before Dabi break the whole illusion that everything was perfect now. They will always say kan, the heroes, okay, they're doing this and this for us, but I'm pretty sure this and this is going back behind the scenes. And that is true, because we've seen they do kill people without trial, they do arrest people without, charges brought up against them. It's like everything is done for face lah, for image purposes. And right now kan, it's just a big PR problem for them, and things are rock bottom. Endeavour at the end of episode 25 kan, Endeavour katakan, I cannot come to UA because the mere presence kan will make people upset now. And this is true. Whether Endeavour is responsible for this whole shit or not kan, he is forever tied to it now, by relation now. So there's no way the public is going to be kissing their ass and lips on the hero going forward from this point. Yeah. Shaz, anything to add?
Aku lagi amazed sebenarnya that the rakyat ni dia macam ambil bulat-bulat tau what Dabi has said as facts. Zero skepticism at all. Terus Endeavour jahat. Like, come on lah. You don't even stop to think that he could be lying to you at this point of time.
Tapi in reality pun benda macam ni pun rakyat, I mean people react like that anyway kan. Macam some of them will be percaya terus-terus, some of them percaya, you know, we see that social media.
Because humans enjoy I cannot word this specifically sebab I remember watching it on one video I've seen before lah.
Yes.
More than watching a person become a hero, they are more excited to see that person fall.
Yes.
Aku tak ingat.
Yeah.
So they're like, this is like Endeavour punya fall. Yes. They completely forgot that this Dabi is burning everywhere to hell. They just like Endeavour's going down, excitement.
So the only phrase I can remember is kalau the phrase yang makna dia the joy in showing people's despair and which is called Schadenfreude, which in German. But I don't think it's describing what you're saying. But nantilah kalau aku terfikir what that word is, I'll say.
Yep. But regardless, no skepticism. There is no public discourse that you have people like, Endeavour sebenarnya tak bersalah, you know, and then you have a group of people, Endeavour ni tak betul. So where is the discourse? Where is the people blaming him versus the people who are supporting him? They say like, you know, there was something out of control ke apa ke, where are the apologies? Tak ada. It's something which a lot of people around the world lah, they want peace and freedom, but they cannot tolerate the removal of dia punya rights. Ingat tak masa MCO dulu?
Kudo, do you mind?
Go ahead. It's okay.
Nanti aku bawa air lagi besar Kudo for you.
Kudo masih puasa, so 5 hours.
It's okay, dude. I mean, gosh, it's just you drinking.
Masa MCO dulu, everybody wants the thing to end. Kita tak nak dah this sickness and everything. Tapi saya masih patut dibenarkan keluar. Everybody else should stay inside, but I should be allowed to go out. Apa tu? It shows that there's a lot of people who are hypocrites. No matter how they want to, like, we only want the best things. Benda yang tak bagus associated dengan benda tu, dia tak nak. Like, how do we know the actions of all the secret services in the country, the military? We don't know what they do behind closed doors. And yet, we want, like, kita macam like, we want the peace that they bring, but we do not, at the same time, we do not want the things that they have to that peace. It's very nak kata hypocrite tu, it might not be the right word. Someone with better vocabulary might be able to point it out.
I think you mean aversion to liability tau. They don't want to be responsible for the shit that happens in that particular time tau. Macam the rakyat kan, they know that the heroes are not to be blamed, but they need someone to take the fall. So
itulah.
Kalau it's convenient, bukannya apa? It's convenient to blame somebody else.
Yeah. Memang kita as people, there is a good portrayal lah. Dalam this manga and anime, it was very well portrayed to show that humans ultimately only care for themselves.
Yeah.
But aku cuma a bit disappointed that there's nobody defending the heroes punya side. For fear mungkin the ratio is too high, blaming the heroes. So orang yang nak defend hero pun dah takut kan. Ini orang gila-gila. Yang sampai ingat tak that girl in the story yang recognize Deku who's rescued her for no reason. She was about like kena tembak and whatnot. Wah, ini
ya rabbit tu.
That rabbit girl tak buat apa pun.
Itulah, just because she looks like, because she was a heteromorph kan, so they assume that she was a hero of some sort. So
what's her name? Single.
don't think that she was a named character, but I might be wrong. But so, anybody in the chat kalau tahu silakan. Tapi kalau since you're there and since we're talking about, can the heroes bounce back? Whatever. I think the most important thing is can Mr. Todoroki bounce back. So the topic here is keluarga Todoroki. I mean, the fact that the whole family descended on him, kind of okay. We are pissed off with you still, but man, let's sort this out together. So anyway, pandangan anda tentang dinamik keluarga ini, dan jika masalah Toya ni selesai, adakah anda merasakan keluarga ini boleh bersama dalam keadaan yang damai dan penuh kemaafan? Pandangan anda. But anyway, feel free to touch on that flashback episode that we saw showing how he treated Toya and all that. Silakan.
I'm not sure why the wife had to become this way. As in that kenapa she had to be put up and into marriage in this way lah. Because I faham that there was probably a lot of money involved and whatnot. But are you really that bad in the family situation? Rumah kau besar kot, jual je lah. How bad do you have to be to the point where you have to let your daughter go macam tu, and then terus tak ambil kisah tau. The daughter couldn't even contact the family and whatnot. Macam like, wah, what kind of parents is this? So from there pun kita dah nampak the parents of the wife pun macam like tak boleh diharap. So when you have that kind of couldn't care less, and then kena pula endeavour pun perangai macam ni, so memang jadi victim lah. In the end, every single one of the kids ended up a victim in some ways because of the endeavour punya lack of parenting punya skill. But nak kata macam mana I don't think the family dynamic will be a good family boleh duduk semeja makan nasi sekali anymore. It will be more of like kami terpaksa makan dekat this fast food punya place because it's dad's punya birthday kind of dynamic. So the mom will grudgingly show up like, okay, only because our kids invite me. That's it. Itu je lah. They will only be able to reach that level. They will not be able to reach the level of like, hey, let's go
have happy family beraya sama.
Tak adalah.
And in fact, you can see this in real life as well.
Endeavour pun sendiri dah cakap, I'm willing to let you all stay separately kalau perlu. So there is a high chance it might happen. Endeavour might end up being what do you call it, the absent father, which he has always been, but now he'll be
so no different
father. Kan, so he'll be properly absent father, but the mom will be back lah, because the mom pun dah sedar balik in a sense. Since
we're talking about the family at the moment, and I know I like to rather talk about get a comment from chat at the end of the section, but I think because I think part ni nak tackle this while we're talking about it. Wan Faris berkata Dabi pun bersalah juga. As in Toya, I think he meant Toya before he was Dabi. And dia cuba nak protect Dabi, tak nak dia practice sebab takut dia kena injured. Yeah, tapi you have to bear in mind as well. I mean that is a bit of both, because one is a kid and two, I mean he wants his father's approval, so he was thinking boleh ni, aku boleh buat ni. Tapi okay, Shaz wanted to say something, go ahead.
So kita ada mention benda ni the previous bedah on MHA. Di mana Endeavour should have allowed him to practice, but within limits. Dia kena explain to Dabi that you can be a hero, but your power can only reach this level. Only if you are fighting the greatest villains macam level all for one, barulah you unleash all your power. Kenapa? Jadi tunjuklah. You tengok bila you buat your power semua ni terbakar. So you buat benda tu jadi something special to him tau. You know, because of the fact that you are so strong that you can generate fire even stronger than me, okay, it becomes something that you must use only as a last resort. Then Dabi as a kid dia akan percaya tau. So nak kata Darby bersalah given his age and dia punya desperation in trying to get Endeavour punya attention, I would put the blame mungkin at most 10% at dia punya stage. Sebab dia kita umur tu ada yang makan ulat pun ada. You want to blame the kid sebab makan ulat? No, because budak kadang-kadang you tak faham that certain things you do is not good. But one thing that Endeavour feel as a father, as a parent, is that you nampak the fact that Endeavour he has already begin to see there is a problem bila anak dia guna that fire. But dia tak cari orang lain. How do I handle a budak who is so obviously wanting my attention and all that, who has a potential power that can makan diri? Dia tak cari help. Kalau dekat US banyak je psychological help, family help and all this yang boleh membantu. As a high ranking hero, aku tak tahu dia ranking hero berapa masa tu. And orang yang berduit, kau tak boleh ke cari family counselling? Kau tak boleh ke cari, you don't have to tell them aku lempang dia aja-aja. Tak tanyalah how do you control budak-budak macam ni, how do you get them to only use their powers in limited way. He did not. So
because he's got other things on his mind. Because dia kan so keen in trying to satu he was still a functioning hero, and then take care of his kid. Go ahead. I
just want to add kan, even if he lempang Toya, right, it'll be much better for him to mempuk dia daripada asingkan dia daripada apa yang
from the rest of the families,
especially apa nama Hot Eyes tu, apa yang separuh aku I keep forgetting his name.
Apa?
Aku pun.
Yang mana?
Yang classmate apa Deku tu. Ya. Apa? I keep forgetting his name.
Shota Todoroki.
Shoto.
Shoto was separated from the other brothers kan, and Toya was separated because of his situation now. So mau tak mau kan, him actually beating up Toya kan, at least kan he got his attention tau. But this is not the case. Dibiarkan terus tau. So it's actually worse.
So itulah but as biasalah ni family dynamics yang unfortunately macam there's no redemption to it lah at this point. We don't know how much damage control Endeavour or can do in any way. I've got we're going to end this as a segment.
Let me just add one thing on the family dynamic lah. I'm not as positive as Shaz. I think as long as Toya Darby is still around, the family is still united together. But once Toya is either killed or captured, right?
Yeah. I think
the wife's gonna divorce. The wife's gonna divorce.
The kid's gonna okay, bye. I'm done my stuff.
And Endeavour will probably feels it was the right thing to do tau. He is basically the hero and the pariah of society now. So for the family to be away, tak associated by him, that is actually a plus tau.
I got a feeling that's on his plate at the moment, and then because he'll be like saying, have to do what you have to do lah, but because the die is cast kan, nak macam mana?
And you have to remember kan, the wife was sold to Endeavour tau. Dia punya parent jual rahim dia dekat Endeavour tau, to create all these super babies tau. So there's no romance. There's no romance thing.
Okay. So before we end this segment to go on to the next segment, we've got a couple of random messages from chat. Family problem, yes Caleb, itulah dia. Family problem punya jenis yang macam kita pun sometimes in real life, as I mentioned just now, pernah tengok, and sedih jugalah because the dynamic of the family totally change after a certain incident. Ni gaduh dengan ni habis, will affect the whole anak. Family tu anak 10 ke apa, habis, hancur. Tapi itulah ceritanya. Kita ada dua soalan menyimpang. Wak Studios, bang, di sini enggak bahas tentang Donghua ke? I'm not sure what he's referring to. Anybody know what that is? Anyway, kami, whatever it is, it does not sound like an anime. Kami anime division literally just talk about anime. We don't even talk about tokusatsu. So I'm afraid saya pun malas nak Google. So unfortunately tak. Do you know anything?
I don't know. I know what donghua is. Is it manhwa or webtoon? I'm not familiar with donghua punya term. So sorry. Syaz?
Apa tak?
Chinese punya manga ada nama tak? Macam manhwa is Korean.
Korean.
Yeah,
I thought webtoon is Korean.
I thought manhwa is Korean, manga is Japanese. But anyway, donghua kami
tak discuss.
Confirm tak discuss. Okay, lagi tu soalan menyimpang daripada Wan Faris. Nak tanya panelis tengok anime Nier Automata adaptation from game tak? Saya tak pernah main game dia, tapi saya tengok. But what happened was, I mean, I didn't, because kita tak banyak buat bedah recently, so saya tak ada sempat nak macam touch on news bites in this season. Tapi early on in this season, in the middle of the season, beberapa studio anime had problems delaying the episode. So Nier Automata was one of them. Lepas episod 3 dia macam kata, oh ada delay, kami punya studio ada masalah dengan staff pasal COVID. Macam okay, fine. Tapi lepas tu another title had the same thing, which was yang Kubosan tu. Lepas tu ada another one. Jadi a few of them jadi macam ni. Lepas tu and then for Kubosan, they finally decided to, okay, we've started it again, but we're going to start it again from fresh in the spring. Nier came back earlier than expected, and then dia hilang balik. So dia orang cakap apa hal cerita ni, so kita pun tak tahu apa masalah dia orang. So tapi thus far belum mula saya first episode, saya macam apa CGI teruk ni, tapi macam, and then I told myself that keep calm, just watch. Nampaklah sikit a bit macam main game tahun 19 tahun-tahun yang 10 years old punya, 10 years ago punya teknologi. Tapi macam at the end of the day, I just said, just chill, just watch for the story, and the story was actually quite good.
You mean the plot?
Plot.
I don't know what you're talking about. Anyway.
Oh, dia masuk puasa tadi.
Oh, dia memang puasa.
Okay.
So itulah. So tapi I don't think kalau saudara Wan Faris nak tanya kami nak bedah ke, tak lah kot. Tapi I'm watching it for fun. But sejak it came back, I haven't watched it again. I'll wait until they sort out all these problems. Catherine the Great ada komen. Hey Catherine the Great, ni cerita okay, tapi macam mereka ada CGI keras. Yeah, that's why I said macam kelakar sikit. Tapi kalau macam for me kan, tengok Girls on Panzer punya CGI yang 10 years ago pun nampak macam lagi cantik.
Don't mention Girls on Panzer. I love the whole series, man.
I know. I just started watching it 2 nights ago. Baru nak masuk episode 2. So macam
Panzer 4.
Panzer 4. So macam tank dia CGI kan, tapi even that done in 2012 look way better than but it's a small matter. For me, benda-benda macam CGI jaring ni small matter lah. Okay, so kita akan ke segmen kita seterusnya. Okay, so our next question. Yeah, I don't know whether we might be slightly long here. That's why I was supposed to do this after question 3. So this is question 5. So tadi siapa yang kena soal?
I was last.
Kan? You were last No, you were last. Like, did I ask question 4 to you or Anri?
Yeah.
I asked you Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, kembali ke dunia Vestige One for All. Ya, aku macam tak ingat. Why did he go back here? Or was he in hospital at that time? Do you remember that?
I can't remember because
Because the first time yang dia pergi tu masa suddenly dia tengah gaduh kan, tapi masa tu just Nana dengan the first user dengan tu je.
Ya,
Tapi ni
masa the competition. Ya.
No.
Ini
Masa
dekat hospital.
gaduh ni kat hospital kan, because lepas dia lawan takkan aku dapat. Yelah, because dia dah lawan Shigaraki macam nak mati. Okay, di sini yelah, because masa tu All Might duduk sebelah dia, duduk pegang tangan dia kan.
Yep.
So di sini dia good. So anyway, this scene is quite good for me. I thought it was an introduction. Aku macam, because saya kena admit yang sebelum I pass the question to Anri actually, when I watch My Hero Academia, I watch until season 3, and then because masa BuzzPop mula buat MHA, masa tu buat season 5, so I had to speed run the series by reading the manga for season 4 and to season 5 so that I can join in. Tapi macam, so aku macam tak berapa ingat sangat the past berapa kali he was introduced to the Vestige kan, because I remember there was one episode called Vestiges. So but anyway, now I'm totally up to date to what's what lah. Tapi it's quite good lah to see di sini Deku didedahkan kepada sifat fungsi sebenar one for all, dan bagaimana keadaan Deku dan All Might yang asalnya quirkless atau tanpa quirk mungkin jawapan untuk mengatasi masalah pemegang one for all sebelum ini. So pandangan anda lebih-lebih lagi apabila Deku nekat untuk menggunakan one for all untuk menyelamatkan seseorang atau sesuatu situasi daripada menghapuskan atau membunuh. Your thoughts please. Because they did one of them they said, sorry, bukan one of them. Siapa yang tua tu? The pakcik pendek who was Nana Shimura. Gran Turismo dia kata sometimes killing isn't a bad thing. Anyway, go ahead. Anyway, go ahead.
I agree with the dwarf. Killing Shigaraki would be the most logical thing, the most easier thing. Trying to rescue him is the most riskiest thing lah. It is what Nana wanted the most, but even she admit kan, if you kill my grandson kan, apa it's okay. I understand. You see what he can do. You see what he has done. So but you know, Deku being Deku, right? He needs to save everyone. This is going to be the cause of his death lah one day lah. I can guarantee you that lah. He will probably die first than his enemies lah.
Was it Mark Hamill ke cakap ke Skywalker, you'll be the death of me? I can't remember who said that. Anyway, go ahead.
Was it before or after he drank the walrus milk?
Whatever. Anyway, sorry, go ahead.
So I tell you honestly kan, what they did with the Vestiges kan is okay, but I think it could have been done better now, you know. The Vestiges kan, they are like Deku is like what, the 8th user, 9th user?
9. Dalam overlay tu. Okay.
Alright. I understood what they're trying to pull with these Vestiges. They're trying to make some extra drama with the last 2 characters because they felt responsible for the death of their other hero teammates. But they should have, you know, whatever problem they had kan would have been solved by now. They are dead. They should have spent the time reflecting, and the whole drama thing was unnecessary tau. I mean, you all are basically dead consciousness kan, living inside Deku tau. Apa you nak buat? Nak tanam ke? Apa buat isekai farm ke inside the badan? There's nothing else left to do but think. So why is this conflict?
Just help him lah. Kan?
Just give it all. Apa just what you need, boss? Apa teach you lah, because the sooner you die or the sooner we all die, this torment is gone. We can move on to next afterlife or something like that. Okay, you know, that's my take on it. People may disagree on me on this, but I think the Vestiges punya whole character punya drama conflict kan is bit unnecessary tau. You can say, oh, I cannot talk to these two characters because my powers kan, I didn't actually master it properly tau, or something like that kan. I could have understand tau. There's a connection kan. It's like playing a video game kan. You gain EXP, you unlock this one new skill, connect to another skill, something like that. Okay, that makes sense. But I cannot help Deku because I was responsible for the death of my comrades last time, which is something tak ada kena dengan Deku langsung tau. If you keep in mind.
Because at the end of the day, sometimes Deku gets the stuff without them. Bukan sometimes, memang pun bukannya the previous vestige, I permit you to have it now. It will come, but it come by itself. Macam suddenly dia boleh pakai Black Whip kan. Bukannya, if I'm not mistaken lah, I don't think that botak guy macam, okay sekarang aku benarkan kau gunakan. Tapi it's more like, oh, you don't know how to use it, I'll tell you how to use it. Macam tu. Shaz, have you got anything to add to?
Tak banyak actually, because this point is very straightforward. In the sense that it's there to guide and mentor Deku, tapi dia punya effectiveness is not seen lah. Disebabkan Deku punya fall to darkness. Well, not exactly dark lah. When they say dark Deku, I was like expecting, wow, dia ni jadi jahat gila lah. Aku tengok, alah,
jadi kotor. Dia comot.
Dia kotor, comot. Itu macam budak sesat. So like, there was a blown out of proportion punya expectations lah.
I think macam, for example, macam in a way, it was probably just tak tahu nak kata plot device ke, just to introduce us to this, apart from dalam manga they orang refer to that flaming Yagi, which is All Might punya, because All Might still hidup kan, dia I mean nama dia Yagi, what his name, nama dia Yagi Toshinori. Yagi Toshinori is All Might. So because he's still alive, and then dalam, I can't remember, I was trying to look for it, but dia tunjuk gambar dia kan, gambar dia di sebelah ni yang berapi tu Aura Might. Tak tahu whether it was a joke, whether genuine. But just a quick pada penonton yang mungkin kurang arif atau mungkin ingin bertanya, I had a quick look just to see, I mean without trying to spoil, at the moment we have these other 7 characters. Diorang merupakan peninggalan, kira vestige dalam bahasa Melayu, kesan atau peninggalan. Maknanya dia macam more like spirit. Dia tak hidup pun, dia mungkin memories, mungkin whatever of the previous users dalam alam, nak kata barzakh pun tak tahulah macam mana kan, tapi
dia macam Harry Potter punya living paintings.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, but this is, nanti kita will probably talk about this in the last bit, because there was an argument, there was like a discussion between the heroes between All Might saying macam mana All for One boleh communicate better, sedangkan dia tak boleh communicate. Dia macam boleh rasa-rasa je, imbas-imbas je. Dia boleh rasa betul-betul bila dia sentuh tangan Deku. So actually banyak lagi. Mungkin Horikoshi tak explain lagi pasal this, how All for One actually works. Tapi just a quick introduction. Orang nombor 2 ni, dia tak ada nama so far. They call her second user, and the third user. Mereka dua ni yang facing the wall masa mula-mula first user introduce himself to, secara open lah. Selama ni kita nampak bayang lah, tutup mata lah. So second user ni, dia punya quirk dia, saya tak nak beritahu lagi because dia spoiler, because kita takkan nampak until season 7. Third user pun tak ada nama. Quirk dia yang last minute terkeluar, nama Fajin, yang you guys describe. Ingat tak kita discuss last week, 2 weeks ago, yang dia boleh store kinetic energy dalam dia punya limbs or whatever bit of his body lah. So that was the last one that Deku kind of acquired.
Mastered.
Before he got hurt by the end of the core. And then we got number 4 here. Number 4 has the name Shinomori Hikage. Dia adalah pengguna nombor 4 yang quote dia nama Danger Sense. So this is the spider sense yang suddenly dia dapat masa lawan dekat depan Gigantomachia tu. And then obviously the first skill was from the 5th user, which is Banjo Daigoro, which is Black Whip. And kita semua tahulah Black Whip tu macam mana. And then yang masa I think this one 6th user ni nama N, yang muka dia macam tutup tu. Yang ni. Dia punya ni smoke screen. We'll see him more after this lah, because dia duk bercakap tu banyak sangat asap tu, whatever. And obviously masa lawan Shigaraki tu, masa dia save semua orang dengan Black Whip tu, he acquired float from the 7th user Shimura Nana, which is the last dead user of All for One. Just to go back to the first user, nama dia Shigaraki Yoichi. I don't know whether is the name known by this time or is this now spoiler? Oops. There's a reason for the name.
I can't recall. I just know that he is referred to as the All for One punya brother tau, yang brother.
Yeah. Kalau spoiler pun minta maaf, but it's a minor spoiler, bukan nama dia. Tapi it doesn't mean Tomura Shigaraki is a blood relative. They're not. But the name was given to Tomura Shigaraki was given by One for All because dia nak macam ada adik sendiri or whatever, or anak sendiri.
Whatever it is lah.
Yeah. So because nama dia lain, ada nama dia dalam nama dia family tu lah, family Shimura Nana Shimura punya cucu lah. So Shigaraki, the first user tu actually dia because dia ada quirk, tapi pasal dia lemah, dia adik kepada All for One beratus tahun yang lepas. So All for One give him a quirk. Nah, kau paksa kau have one, tapi dia tak tahu yang the first user has a quirk that all it was is a quirk that has no power yang macam magic is to transfer a quirk to somebody else. So bila dah combine dengan, I couldn't find what the quirk was. Probably it will be explained later that All for One paksa bagi dekat brother dia. So itu lah jadi One for All. So nama quirk yang tak boleh, yang tak ada power sangat tu nama bestowal. So I bestow you this. So depend lah, macam like how Yagi gave his hair to Deku tu makan. God, korang pernah telan makan rambut tak? Punya macam nak muntah. Yeah. How the hell you supposed to get that kid to eat? Here, be a hero. Eat my hair.
Actually,
Macam sorry.
Minum dengan air ke?
Actually, the trick is to give the DNA to Deku. All Might could just spit inside his mouth. Hui. Dapat juga DNA dia.
Apa ni? Iqbal ada komen dekat you Anri. Sebab dah sampai ni just nak cakap kat Anri that yellow visage was in the All Might. Yalah. Aura Might. Aura tadi tak mati kan. So that was his. So soalan Wan Faris, antara 9 wielder One for All tu siapa punya power yang Deku tak gunakan dalam season ni? Nombor 2. Tentu saya tak nak cakap what it was. I mean, I suppose bagi tahu pun bukanlah macam rosak cerita ke apa, tapi tak apalah, kita tengok betul-betul lah. Unless you want to read the manga. Actually aku jahat gila. Aku lepas habis tengok episod tu, because volume 33 tak sampai lagi, yang cover dia gambar the new character tu. Aku baca Shonen Jump Plus. Aku baca 8 chapter tu, bloody hell. So look forward lah. Aku rasa lagi 2 tahun lah kita boleh tengok whatever it is season 7. So nobody dalam chat tolong jangan spoil lah. Anyway, so we'll go on to the next question. We'll bring to Ishaz question number 6. So let's start. I make it sound like so gempak, but as we instead of dark Deku is now comot Deku, but whatever. Perjalanan Deku ke lurah kedukaan bermula dengan fight bersama maskulin untuk kali kedua. Pendapat anda tentang detik-detik atau faktor personality Deku yang mempengaruhi diri dia untuk nekat tak membahayakan keluarga dan rakan tawanan beliau. In essence dia macam dia tak nak orang lain get hurt je. Tu yang dia jadi macam ni. But anyway, what have you noticed any parts of the story or any particular traits, personality traits of him that made him this way?
Basically he wants to be all might, self-sacrificing, we will beat all the villains without injuring anybody, bring a smile when I'm around. And then bila dicampurkan dengan dia punya very naive punya mindset, so dia become very that's why he took the road that he took lah. Dia macam, I need to do all this on my own, I can do everything on my own, I am the blah 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 blah. He in how to put it, he put himself in a corner because he doesn't know better, and the longer he goes about it, makin lama makin perangkap dalam that corner. So itu yang susah. Even when the friends nak datang nak rescue dia pun dia mentally tak boleh nak terima. Because he is a very naive punya type of person. Dia bukan macam Bakugo, dia bukan macam like any of the other friends who are very what's the term more self-aware,
level-headed. Level-headed.
Dia very, that's why they descend into this darkness, which is probably one of the reasons why people called it the Dark Deku punya the portion lah. Aku ingatkan dia jadi jahat bila Dark Deku, wow, dia bunuh orang and shit like. Alah, he fall into depression je ke lah. But it's a topic which is rarely discussed in storybooks, manga, anime for people of this age, where you become somebody who is so he was manipulated and he became ill in a sense. Dia bukan jadi gila. Tapi kalau you jumpa psychologist, dia mesti psychiatrist dia akan cakap dia ni ada masalah. Is in that he really do not, dah sampai tak jaga diri, makan pun tak tentu hala, mandi pun tak. So it became a very difficult punya person lah. To difficult scenario to break himself out of. Padahal kalau you tengok from a level-headed perspective, you are more efficient if you have rest, if you makan, if you take sleep. Betul. Mandi and whatnot. You ni kalau you seorang dengan tak ada support system, you tak ada radio contact with other heroes who can provide you information, you are actually very underutilizing your powers. So this is something which is consistent, 100% consistent dengan personality dia sebagai budak. Dia jadi self-sacrificing to the point where orang lain semua dia tak nak involve. So I rasa this is a very good portrayal lah of Deku. Cuma tu lah, sedih lah bila nampak dia tinggal.
Because dia betul macam jadi self-perpetuating cycle kan. Dia macam every single time dia macam, aku lagi tak nak orang, it reinforces his salah anggap yang dia patutnya kena rehat sampai aku we don't have it in this one because we're going to talk about it after Q7 because obviously his downfall is ongoing for the next couple of questions. Do you have anything to add, Anri?
I'm just saying that this Deku punya action kan is typical of your Japanese punya mentality lah. Dia tak nak nyusahkan orang tau, you know. If you notice right, Japanese kan they are more into conformity, then tak nak apa-apa macam not rocking the boat tau. So Deku took it to the extreme lah. I think this is what affects him the most. He doesn't want his friends to be hurt. He doesn't want to put anything in jeopardy. So he moved away thinking that would solve anything lah, but actually did not lah. So other than that, what Shah said has covered lah. So it's more on his Japanese conformity punya mentality than anything else lah. I mean kalau kat Malaysia ni kan tak kisah je, I just stay here among my friends and use them as fodder, before the bad guys can get to me. But not him. I have to take the high road.
Okay, kita ada, before we end this segment, just probably, we've got a statement from kategori civilian boleh pakai gadget untuk tak berhubung dengan hero. Yalah, because everybody was like taking their own things, matters in your hand. Because there's no point relying on heroes anymore. But biasalah bila jadi macam ni, it's all chaos lah. Because some people might be able to do it correctly, some people might not do it correctly. So intention baik, tapi as they say, road to hell is paved with good intentions. But anyway, we'll get on to the next segment because it's my favorite segment. So kita akan ke segmen yang seterusnya. Ara. Okay, say hello to Lady Nagant. Sabar. Ya, buang komen tu. Mana komen tu? Kategori kan. Anyway, so ex-hero yang berpaling tadah. Pendapat anda tentang faktor yang menyebabkan beliau berbuat demikian? Silakan. Chef.
Sorry, what was the question? I was checking something tadi. You asking Anri?
Okay, apalah, since you already on screen, tanya you nanti Anri boleh join. Ex-hero yang berpaling tadah. Pendapat anda tentang faktor yang menyebabkan beliau buat demikian? Because this is actually quite a good thing that they've included in the story to show that everything is not as straightforward. And then go ahead.
I think at this point of time, she was being used to kill
Deku lah.
Bukan, unsavories, deplorables. Orang yang the government feels tak best. Padahal they are not actual villains. So as she was forced to do this more and more often, then she got to the point where she had enough and then she attacked the director lah. And from that moment dia jadi villain. But is she a villain per se? I don't think so. Kalau dalam komik Marvel dengan DC, I'm not sure who is a good parallel. But there's a lot of dia ni villain tapi kita faham motivation dia. Yang paling senang most likely is Punisher. Tapi Punisher, or some people put as a hero or anti-hero. So it's not a good parallel lah in our sense.
Wouldn't anti-hero be a correct? No? Anti-hero tak?
Tak juga. Anti-hero still working for good. So dalam this case, she totally became full on villain lah. But dia masih have a certain morals, which is why dia nak kata macam ni. You notice bila dia attack Deku, dia tak ada go for paralyzing shot.
Oh, dia like bunuh terus.
Terus just, I cannot move anymore. I'm gone. A lot of her shots are non-lethal. Memanglah dia tak nak bunuh because all for one request. But someone, you could have taken stronger shots. Like kat dia punya apa, urat kaki ke apa ke. But I guess in a way that shows that Lady Nagani, hati dia still in the right place. Cuma dia tengah marah tak bertempat.
Ya. Kena marah. Anri, you wanted to say something?
Yes. Something is rising and it's not the shield hero.
God. Aduh, yes.
Okay, Lady Nagani is a person who's not villain. She wants to be hero, but she ended up to become a government tool, and at the end, when she was with Deku, she became an anti-hero because she believed in the whole hero cause, but she has seen the true face of society, government, how things handle now.
Yalah.
You have to understand kan, when she killed all these people kan, she thought that they were threats to society. But the more she killed kan, the more she sees kan, this guy kan, he was just talking about doing something. He hasn't actually done anything yet now. That's like a police officer shooting either one of us because we had the dirty thoughts of woman kan, and they said you're under arrest for attempted rape. Is that feasible? Sampai tahap tu. So the agency or whatever body apa yang she reports to kan was using her to eliminate potential threats tau, potential rivals tau. Okay, so it's not in the name of justice. And by the end of her rope kan, she confront dia punya president, which happens to be hero, right? And he remember, he said, do you know what happens kan when you quit? Okay, she knows, so she shoots him.
Yalah.
So she knows what's going to happen because she probably have shot people who wanted to quit or who wanted to be like her kind, want to get out of this thing. So can you blame her for going down that path? And can you actually blame her kan becoming a anti-hero? She's not actually a villain lah. If she's a villain, she's a lousy villain lah. She doesn't want to kill people, but she tries to kill people. And she's a sniper. Never miss. 2 kilometer punya record.
Macam cikgu cowboy tu bercakap, kalau bukan sebab Lady Nagan, aku nombor 1 lah siang. Celaka.
Apa nama cerita tu yang Angelina Jolie tu yang yang boleh spin peluru tu. Yang tembak kan.
Shit. Tahu. Oh, yang
Profesor X tu yang
tahu. Betul. Aku shock gila because yang James McAvoy.
James McAvoy. He was fighting his agency kan, taking orders from Musim.
Dia kan he started off as a paper pusher, some crony office, and
office
then
worker lah.
Dok macam you're gonna fail, you gonna ni, betul dia bagi. Betul ada mambat tu, you go kan, dia ambil keyboard kan, dia belasah muka, gigi terbang. Betul,
yes, because he was doing the girlfriend.
But the best bit, FUCKYOU, slow motion pergi dekat screen. I think the director was this Russian guy or Eastern European guy nama Timo Backman, whatever stuff. I know what which story you're talking about.
Yeah.
It's quite good lah.
Bullet spinning kan, it's like that tau. And she can do that. Okay. You tell me kan, you're a lousy assassin kan, with that skill kan, you're not cut out for the villain business lah.
Since we're in the middle of this, we'll answer question by category. Dan ni kerja dengan All for One untuk apa ya? I think because because she was in Tartarus, All for One macam kind of like what was in it for her? Aku tak ingat. You guys remember?
He gave her an opportunity kan to actually destroy the society that they are living right now. The whole
yeah. So and then when she agreed, all for one.
You can do that by taking Deku to me. That's what he said.
Yeah, by giving her another quote. So Wan Faris, waifu Lady Nagan, yes, not disagreeing with that. Basically dia kan best sniper dalam anime ni, best sniper.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. Anyway, so we going on to before we go on to the next question, I've got a trivia. Semalam dekat WhatsApp BuzzPop, the only person responding to this was Shaz. I said, welcome. Oh no, that's something else later. But anyway, this relating to our wak. Shaz, kau percaya tak? Tanizaki Atsumi Anya Forger is Lady Nagan. Sound so adult, but dia memang suara dia adult pun, tapi macam wow. Because baru tadi aku tengok YouTube because there was like promoting about Spy Family. But yes, so that's her. Anyway, onwards to the next question.
Before you change kan, two words.
Sorry.
Wakipai. Wakipai.
Apa? Wakipai?
Ampit.
Fuck. Oi.
It's ampit. Okay. Ampit fetish. Yeah, there you go.
Tak tahu, saya ternampak itu. Anyway.
Saya pun ternampak juga.
Saya budak baik. Bak kata Wan. Bergantuk Wan. Sorry, who was? Oh god, I'm losing it already.
It's now Shaz Newton.
Semua macam you answer this. So seperti biasalah. So at the end of the fight with Lady Nagan, as you all know, as you guys correctly mentioned tadi, her heart was still in it for being a good person. At the end of the battle, despite the booby trap, all for one installed in her, if she decided to berpaling tadah, she mentioned where the hideout for the bad guys were. But as usual lah, seperti tengok cerita James Bond atau Mission Impossible, the bad guys move really quickly. So, do you think, I know it's kind of like a bit of a tangent, tapi downfall Dark Deku semakin memakan diri dia. Adakah anda merasakan ini akibat, among others, message All for One yang menganjing beliau? Kan dia orang pergi di the hall, ada macam ha, next one is you. Was he there? Did Deku join the raid?
Yeah, he was there.
Yeah.
He saw everything, yeah.
He was the big.
Kena anjing.
That episode just goes to show that All for One ni is a master psychologist lah. Dia faham how budak-budak function. Dia faham all these hero-loving heroes. You know, people who grow up idolizing heroes, dia faham sangat mindset dia orang. And it is a scary show of power lah, that this guy is fully capable of understanding all his villains. All of his opponents punya mindset.
You know what, so who he reminds me of? All for One ni. Apa nama Hannibal Lecter? Kan he's kan, dia kan he's that kind of thinking 7 steps ahead. How he helps Clarence. I mean what's her name? Kan, how to solve.
People are afraid because of he's a cannibal, but it's actually dia otak ni yang paling bahaya.
Anyway, go ahead. Sama.
There's nothing much to talk about this today because this it is just a showcase of how powerful or how intelligent All for One is lah. Kalau you nak ikut dalam anime manga, I pernah nampak they rated One for All, dia punya intelligence, speed, power, apa semua pun S. So One for All, dia punya intelligence aku rasa is triple S lah. Kalau you want to go on that rating.
You mean All for One?
All for One, yeah. Easily.
All for One, sorry. Those terms sekarang selalu ter-interchange dengan silap.
Ya, memang sama lah, biasa lah. Anything to add, Anri?
Yeah, okay. Deku kan, he left UA kan, hoping kan, tadi lah, I hope All for One kan leaves my friend alone and won't put them in danger. He goes to this mansion kan, nak tangkap All for One kan. Know what happened? I'm going to hunt you and your friends down. Each and everyone, everyone you hold dear, they will be my victim. So he was basically spirit broken lah. Everything he does seems to be in vain lah. So what's the point of doing this? So he fell into macam deep depression. He wants to fight even though he does not know what he will gain from that victory now. You see him taking down all these criminals kan. But some of these criminals kan tak kena dengan All for One pula pun. He just fighting each one kan, hoping that it will bring him closer to All for One. And if he does reach All for One kan, he'll be in no shape to actually put up a fight lah. So you can see All for One punya tactic kan, when it comes to maaf lah kalau guna bahasa kesat sikit, mindfuckery, right? He's top tier tau. Yeah, he's playing human chess. pretty well, and Deku is like playing checkers. It's not a fair fight.
playing Ludo.
Main dam or something like that lah.
Main dam. Aku dulu pernah singkit juga main dam, tapi actually main dam for me, I'm bad at strategy games. Anyway,
All for One is basically building something like the ziggurat in Minecraft. Deku is still trying to clear the first game of Minesweeper tau. It's sad lah.
Tapi itulah, aku masa aku tengok ni the bit where macam mana cakap masa All Might nak bagi dia bekal makanan, dia tak peduli bekal makanan jatuh. Bab tu a bit melodramatic lah, tapi sedih juga. So nice one Horikoshi. Anyway, so
to be fair, right, if I were Deku, right, I would be depressed juga lah. Setiap hari makan babi, why can't you give me fish? Oh, ini asyik tu pork cutlets babi.
Bak kata John Travolta, but pork tastes good, ham tastes good. Anyway, I've had it once by accident. It's okay.
It's good.
Anyway, no, it's just I had a sausage roll by mistake. It tastes like a sausage lah. Tapi that's my only venture into makan babi. Anyway, now okay, it's gonna be you anyway. So actually, this is I thought it was gonna be the last question, but then when I watched the last episode, I was like, no, this can't be the last question. So anyway, welcome back, Deku. Kembali ke pangkal jalan with the power of friendship. Biasalah semua lah, everything lah. Friend is a friend indeed. Blah blah blah. Any thoughts on yeah, I guess you could argue that this is something that had to be done anyway. On how the rest of the class 1A got to bring Deku back.
Okay, a lot of people who watch this episode, right, where Deku pulang ke UA and there's drama with the survivors, the refugees. And I think I'm probably the only person who's really upset on the whole thing because why the fuck are UA and the heroes are giving much thought to the opinions and convenience of the people. I mean, mereka numpang kat UA tau. If you're not okay with Deku coming back, you can just get the fuck out. Go to the other centers tau. Go to yang tempat the second place tu.
I can see another reason for it lah, because dia orang macam biasalah kita sudah menyakiti hati rakyat. Oleh itu kita janganlah kita menyakiti hati mereka lagi. Anyway.
Yeah, but here's the thing tau. When you are in emergency you're usually put under martial order tau. You're going to be very inconvenienced tau. So if you give a fuck about what the refugees are feeling, right? The whole place will fall apart. You can see this dalam cerita High School of the Dead. Have you seen that?
I'm aware of the story, but I've never watched it.
Okay, because at the end of the series they were at this compound of survivors tau, and the survivor refugees they say, I'm tired of living like this, let's negotiate with the zombies.
How you negotiate with the zombies? How?
Zombies have feelings too.
We can talk to a few of them and tell them we can actually treat them for a cure, something like that. Some bullshit there that they are lying to themselves they're lying to themselves, which is actually the same case they think okay, if Deku's not here, we will not be attacked. No one guarantees that. They're lying themselves.
Exactly.
Yeah. So the refugees know shit, and all these heroes are paying too much towards the importance and the feelings of these refugees. If even Umi said, okay, Deku's coming back home to take a shit, mandi, berak, poceng, whatever he needs because he's going to be used in the final battle. And you refugees kan are basically not going to take a part of it. You're useless. But habiskan beras je. If you're not okay with it, you just get the fuck out to the next shelter.
Actually
People
kan,
be
I
quite
got
tired.
soalan tambahan. Either of you, Shaz, or you can answer. But I agree with that thing that diorang ni terlalu baik sangat, because considering the fact
Yeah,
that
it's terlalu baik sangat. I'm like,
no. Pandangan anda tentang the stepped up security in UA ever since the school festival yang lepas, because sampai guru besar cik tikus pun cakap I spend my own money, but nampak tak how the little apartment blocks get to go into some
Bro,
tunnel.
UA
Gila
is not
babi
UA. No, it is Neo Tokyo 3 tau, from Evangelion tau.
Exactly.
GG.
So dia lagi nak bising apa pasal dia datang ni.
Yeah, these guys are not even fighting. They're not even repairing anything. They just, makan, berak, maybe they fuck at night or something like that. Just waste the time.
Sabar.
No, I'm being serious. This is what
I know you're being serious. Yeah. Aku tengah pasal aku host kan. Anyway.
So what's the question apa yang tanya tadi?
Nak tanya tadi, aku cakap tadi pandangan tentang up the step up security, which pretty much kind of like
you asked me how I feel, right? That's how I feel lah.
Yalah, by all means lah. But Shaz, you got anything to add? Actually, also, I mean, I probably worded the question a bit too vague. We hadn't even touched the bit where the episode prior to them being at the UA compound, when episode yang aku nangis yang
I know.
The fight, the bit where diorang macam, jangan Deku, kami sayang kamu.
I was expecting them to run towards the sunset now at the end of the episode.
No sunset. Shaz got any views on the whole thing, like that the fight bit with the classroom, and as well as the bit where they got back to the UA?
The classroom fight was unnecessary.
Unnecessary.
It was necessary. Because you know why? Sebab dia ni bodoh sangat, Deku ni.
Yelah, kena pong.
Because he doesn't want to listen to adults anymore, like a typical teenager. Kena suruh kawan-kawan dia lah pergi beritahu. Superpower or not, he is behaving just like a spoiled teenager lah.
Brat.
In this point of time, I'm an emo mood. I'm not going to listen to anybody. Last, only your friends can break through. We all been there masa teenager dulu. That's why they say peer pressure is one of the most strongest form of pressure, and that's what a lot of, kalau kau hang out dengan budak-budak baik, kau terikut dengan budak-budak baik, kau akan jadi baik lah, and vice versa. Kalau kau jadi budak hang out dengan budak jahat, and you're gone, man.
Just a quick bit about the overlay that I use. Actually, the overlay yang menunjukkan tangan Tenya Ida dengan tu, Deku tu kat sini, it is a green poster. But this is a poster that I found on Twitter from the studio. So after that episode, Coach aku bagi speech, resounding speech yang menyebabkan some people change their mind. I don't know whether these messages were from, I think probably from the general public kot. So basically, then they put it under the hashtag Deku Okairi. Okairi is pretty much means welcome back lah. So everything lah, Okairi, hero lah, macam-macam lah message. So they made this into a special key visual. So onwards to the final question. Epilog secebis kertas dari Tartarus. Pihak hero tak menjangka menerima pertolongan dari seorang villain yang kental, namun intel terbaru menentang Shigaraki memang meranjatkan. I mean, there's a few issues here at the moment. So discussing the fact that they might got the intel wrong from the beginning, and obviously all for one being the conniving guy that he is, misleading clues, and then also the fact that how could as you said just now, 500 meter bawah tanah boleh communicate quite well dengan Shigaraki. Thoughts and opinions and silakan.
This is a plot device that came out from nowhere. Because the power of All for One is vast and unlimited, and the writer can do whatever he wants. So he thought long and hard, macam mana aku nak buat benda ni Aku dah tak ada idea. Okay lah, aku guna je lah All for One punya powers. Because honestly, aku tak nampak any I cannot imagine him thinking 10 or 5 or 6 volumes ahead. 10 volumes ahead. Aku nak tulis benda tu macam ni. How do you make that as your primary information source? I mean, I imagine all those recordings is a recording of dia punya brain lah kan, what is going on brain and whatnot. But then that raises a different question. Kenapa tak beritahu the hero society ahead of time?
Kan? Apa pasal dia korang nak macam either information masih tak complete, tapi tak tahulah. Tapi you're right.
So is this actually a double bluff daripada All for One? That the written notes are wrong and dia punya brain thinking pun is actually wrong, and all the plans is actually by the doctor himself. The doctor yang has the actual information. Dia dah bagi 100% lah.
Garaki tu.
You determine how long Shigaraki will come back. Aku rembat je lah buat cerita bodoh, this going to come back in 28 days, blah 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 blah. Give all kind of false information left and right. I wouldn't put it past him lah to have triple, quadruple layers of red herring going through his head.
I didn't go back into previous volumes or whatever, but I just reread the chapter again and again nak tengok how they came up with 3 days, but they didn't exactly do the maths. But but I guess it's pointless lah. But the bottom line is the time that at hand will be closer than expected lah.
It's just a easy way of putting additional tension and drama to the storyline so that it can move the plot, keep the plot moving forward.
Anri?
I think this is one of those as-full moments that they did for the whole series. I mean, they need to explain how.
I agree with your as-full theory as well. Anyway, go ahead.
Yeah. The writers they need something to tie All for One kan, being able to communicate with Shigaraki kan, and they use the radio waves powers as a excuse lah. I mean,
tapi radio waves tu kita dah tahu lama dah, because that's how he communicate with the Nomu anyway.
But you see kan, radio waves kan is how he communicate controlling the Nomus. I understand, but here's the thing now. I don't think radio waves can bounce. I don't think radio waves can bounce underground, especially when you cover water now. Okay, unless Shigaraki's dolphin can spend most of his time in the water now nearby. There's no way he can be in contact. So if I were him, I said, not only Shigaraki lah, All for One ada radio wave powers. 1001 of his powers, one of it is telepathy. Easy.
You would have thought he would have tons of quirks that could have made him be able to communicate in a better way.
It would be so funny tau. Semua cakap, we know you use radio powers. Lepas tu dia akan cakap, aku ada telepati, buat apa nak pakai radio powers pada hutan kau? That would be so stupid. All the heroes be like, we feel stupid now.
Seriously, telepathy, it's like magic. How can you explain it? End of story.
Betul. Itulah. What else happened in the last episode? The fact that
we have seen the most American hero ever.
We're gonna quickly talk about her in the Harapan. But the thing was, you guys dah tengok the films lah, the non-canon films.
All 3,
Yeah. The last one, World Hero Mission, actually walaupun dia non-canon, dia canonkan certain bits. So you get to see some of the heroes from that film starting to appear in the comics now because so like yang part United Nations punya discussion kan, kau tengok hero Egyptian tu, aku dah gelak tengok nama-nama dah lah. Salam tu bahasa Arab, Egyptian tu gambar ancient Egyptian yang patut nama dia macam Anksunamun ke, Tutankhamun ke, Ramesses ke, mana dia bersalam.
Bro, it's like this. To the Japanese kan, one brown people is the same now.
So just like white people juga lah. Kau
Yalah.
Yeah. Tapi kelakar gila. And the salam tu gila je. As far as I can remember, power dia apa sangat? Dia nipis. Pasal dia Egyptian punya lukisan. Muka dia piece off gila. Kenapa tak pilih aku? Aku pun takkan pilih kau, salam. Oh, and I think the lion, the white lion tu is Singaporean, I think. If I'm not mistaken.
Yeah. Oh, red dot. Okay. I get it now.
Is that red dot?
I think so. I think it makes sense. Singapore, red dot.
Because mana Malaysian punya hero we were talking about Gundam kan itu yang Asyaz yang you kata Gundam Malaysia was Angkora.
Skull Gundam.
Hero. Ini representation. Ini nak jadi woke lah. Malaysia need to represent. Chris. Miss Puyi. Tak. Apa aku cakap? Anyway, tapi itulah. Was that All Might himself asking help from these other countries or
not just All Might, everyone, Endeavour, Hawks, they are requesting backup.
Yeah. And I do not know much about Stars and Stripes, but we might as well go on to the next bit now. So I think yes, despite the fact we had 10 questions and lesser people, well, no, not in fact, we have lesser people. Cancel that. We are doing quite well time-wise. Aku tak kisah juga because aku tak larat lah. Anyway, so kita akan ke segmen kita yang seterusnya. Harapan kami untuk season yang akan datang. Yes. Right, so harapan untuk S7. First things first, so obviously as usual with any new character, diorang macam last minute baru akan announce siapa yang akan berlakon ke apa. So for Stars and Stripes, tapi nama dia apa? Catherine something kan, aku tak ingat apa nama dia. Anyway, her seiyu is Romy Park. The seiyu for Edward Eldrick, seiyu for Toshiro Hitsugaya.
No.
Dan apa lagi? I mentioned 3 names anyway on tapi
Tamari.
Tapi
Tamari from Naruto. Tamari.
Dia famous lah. Dia Robin Park. She's Korean actually, but yeah. So yeah. Dan juga harapan saya is like to see, gosh, where we're going from here onwards. Then now we have, knowing that Shigaraki is going to come around in 3 days, will that onslaught? I mean, the fact that she's already on the way, whether or not at that time mungkin lah, but they would have known that they only have 3 days to spare. So harapan untuk season 7. Syaz, asal tak nak tarik kan kau? Aku tarik. There you are.
I'm hoping season 7 is not the last lah. I'm hoping there's at least 2 more seasons and 1 more film. The final finale hopefully ada film adaptation lah.
Tapi itulah rekod diorang
episode sahaja macam tak best lah, tak cukup.
Diorang filem diorang selalu buat tak canon tu yang bosan tu.
Hopefully this will be the one that will make it canon lah.
Yeah.
Like you know what's the biggest problem with the film?
Ah.
There's too many characters involved. Always the class involved. If it's Deku and Ochako or Deku with another character kan, they build a rapport kan, even if it's non-canon kan, it's something macam character development, we see more of them and dia punya quirks.
That's why I prefer episodic, because ingat, kalau you guys ingat World Heroes Mission, dah lah dengan the World Heroes taking part kan, and then Classroom dia pun take part, so macam bukanlah macam aku nak korang concentrate on everybody lebih lama, tapi you can't. So macam Ochako cakap 2 minit and that was it for the whole film. So and then we got to see Deku talking to this, was it Brazilian whatever it is, dengan burung pink dia tu. Takat tu lah. Aku ada burung pink tu, aku beli dekat anyway. But itulah, it'll be a while yet lah. They have, as you can see, there's 7th season coming. So Weekend is Anime Japan 2023 on 25th, 26th March, held at Tokyo Big Site. So basically, another opportunity for studios to announce new announcements, blah blah blah. So macam for example, immediately lepas the end of this, they orang announce the 7th season, the name of the the name of the seiyuu for Stars and Stripes. And tadi pukul macam pukul 4 petang Japanese time, they had the cast of MHA. They had Tenya Ida, Ochako, Bakugo, Deku and Fireboy, Shota, Todoroki. Just they orang macam just touch on the past season and anticipation for the ni lah. Dia orang tunjuk lah. It's not even a key visual, just like a short 29-second animated thing to show, yes, season 7 is coming. But we do not know lah bila dia orang nak buat. So kalau betul ikut macam time scale lah, like last time, probably 2 years lah. 2 years pun 1 year or 1 year and a half. Quote.
I think 1 year and a half, something like that.
Just on a bit of a, I know lah, I don't have any overlay pun. Dari segi berita apa from anime Japan 2023 is Spy Family had a showcase just now pukul 9 pagi Japanese time, so they were the first one early in the, so they had a for the first time Bond, the seiyuu for Bond pun turn up on stage together with your, because bila dia cakap kan narrator untuk cerita Spy Family tu is the same actor, so dengar suara dia macho kan. Lepas tu dia at the end dia buat lah sikit bof kesian. So dia your dengan ni lah. So yes, season 2 they have announced when it'll be fall season 2023, so it's October. Oh, like bloody hell. So diorang pun cakap macam, oi, diorang nak muatkan cerita yang mana lah. And then the film will be in December. There was no indication whether they'll make it a 2-core, especially after what I've mentioned in the previous Bedah yang they have to be careful lah. Cerita dia keluar at a very slow rate, because at the moment, at one point aku tunggu cerita dekat Shonen Jump Plus ada sebulan pun pernah nak tunggu just the next chapter. So a few other announcements lah coming up with regards to they're gonna have anybody who watches ReZero season 3 apparently greenlit. I don't watch it. I don't know. Is it good or not? Is it good or not?
I watch it. It's really good, but it's really depressing.
Why?
The hero gets killed a lot of times, and then there's a lot of frustrating scenes. It's just a drama. Gore, drama.
Whoa, it's a gory.
Funny stuff.
Okay.
It's very gory. It could be very gory, yeah.
Oh, okay. Aku tak expect dia tu macam tu, because all I know
it's like nak kata apa? It's like eating the best sambal belacan. Sedap tu sedap, tapi pedasnya teramat sangat tak sampai keluar air mata. This is what ReZero is.
Yo, gila je pasal.
And the hero is a loser in
Useless
heart.
Kan?
Yeah. Overall, yes, but he's not that useless lah. But I would call him useless lah if you want me to explain dia punya characteristic lah.
Tak improve langsung dalam 3 season.
Improve, but it's just that he could have done much more, you know.
Yeah, and then I also put up there's also a key visual for the next season for Jujutsu Kaisen, which is out in the summer. So it's going to be 2 courses. It's going to be summer and fall, if I'm not mistaken. And it gave me the impression, because aku ada manga tau, tapi aku macam aku nak baca one shot, so aku collect aje, aku akan baca later. So aku cerita dia.
Oh, berat bro. Berat.
So
berat.
I don't know whether or not there'll be whether this next season sounds like a flashbacky story, because it's set when Gojo dengan kawan rambut panjang dia macam masih kat sekolah lagi. So aku tak faham sangat, so aku tak nak spoil lah. Tapi I'll look forward to that. I'm not going to dwell on this too very long. Are you guys in a rush to go anywhere?
No. But I just want to say something about season 6
go
lah.
ahead.
Season 5 kan, when Nick, Shaz and I kan were reviewing My Hero Academia kan, one of the harapan saya nak kan for season 6 kan, banyak sangat waifu muncul. Alhamdulillah. Season 6 banyak waifu muncul. Kita ada Nagant. Kita ada Nagant. We have 13.
Chicken McNugget.
We see the face. Comment.
Yeah. There was an unexpected new character.
Guys, seriously. Mirko, the first few episode. Yeah, I thought tak tahu dia girl. I thought it was one of those LGBTQ apa characters lah, whatever it is lah. But she's a girl, cute as hell. Mirko, and then apa lagi? We have Momo. Have you seen her last episode? The hair down. Yeah.
Tapi bulan puasa kan, dia tutup aurat. Baik, bagus.
Tutup aurat.
Mak Bakugo pun ada tau, cuma main.
Dalam dia peluk mak Deku kan.
Mak Deku. Dia close.
I forgot. I meant to take a picture to put it as an overlay. Totally forgot. Masa aku
Mak Deku tak sedar bahawa dia sedang dipeluk oleh anak mertua dia tau.
Macam mana tu?
I suggest you see the Mak Bakugo punya dojins lah, you know.
Anyway, the reason I was asking if you guys wouldn't mind is this. Just gonna quickly have a look lah. Because it's relevant to what we're doing as BuzzPop Animo Division. Anyway, a quick look at what we're having next season. So this is from livechat.me, satu laman web yang agak komprehensif dari segi detailing what's going to happen. Seperti biasa, we have One Piece.
Spring anime.
Yeah, so it's never ending, tapi live action. Anyways, season 3 Demon Slayer Swordsmith Village Arc atau kata Naga Jino Satoran akan bermula 9 April. I would like to cover this as traditionally BuzzPop dah cover. So panel I mean again free for all. Kalau you weren't in this kan, weren't you, Anri, masa buat last season?
No, I didn't cover this, but I was watching
reading
the reviews yang Shaz buat dengan Nick lah ya.
Dengan
Shaz buat Nick dengan Jamal lah.
Jamal dengan Sabta Arif as well kan.
Yeah.
Anyway, I mean, I'm not particular like strict macam kena have the same panel. By all means, Anri, if you want to come in, by all means, we'll do. And because I'm going, I'm not going to do it once a week, as you know, because I might want to cover a couple of things. We'll see lah macam mana. And then pada ni just a quickly look at then Villain Saga season 2 will be out. Will be out. Began winter. It's the second core then. So tak habis
So that lah, yeah.
And then you watch the Attack on Titan hari tu kan?
Yes.
The next one itu March 3. So I don't know why they've included. Have I got this spring anime betul lah. Ni Konosubarashi Sekai no Bakuan no. It's just basically a spin-off of Konosuba kepada anda yang rindui Konosuba. So they are doing
Megumin episode. Yeah.
Just Megumin and how she became the one trick pony that she is now. So masa tu dia pergi sekolah. So you'll see characters like Yun and so as usual tadi dekat anime Japan pun adalah diorang tadi. Dr. Stone, I've read part of the manga. Actually, it's quite interesting, but I've never gotten nak tengok macam. Have you watched Dr. Stone before? Season 3 coming up. Is it good?
Season 1. I didn't watch season 2. It's good lah, but you have to be invested in it lah to watch it lah. I'm okay with it.
Tapi with regards to what happened yang menyebabkan dia orang jadi batu tu, did they kind of partially solve it or what? Or is just
I haven't read until that part yet.
Tak apa. So just a quick one, Tonikaku Kawaii or Tonikawa, which is I think this was one of the first anime that I reviewed on my YouTube. It's coming in the second season. Benda ni slice of life rom-com. Memang slice of life ni untuk aku is like nothing wrong with it. If you want to watch anime with just tak guna otak.
Nothing much to discuss lah actually.
No, I'm not going to discuss it, but I'm just like running through. So as usual, isekai is always flavor of the season anytime. I don't even know what this is. Isekai was smartphone Tomoni. And this is the Kubo-san mob ni is the manga yang delayed. Bukanlah delayed, dia orang berhenti sekejap sambung balik. So quite a few isekai dah lah nama dia pun terus tulis isekai terus. Isekai the cheat skill lah. What the hell?
Look at that name. Dua perenggan tu.
Is that the one yang bapak dia datang sepak anak dia sebab anak dia buat bodoh ke apa ke?
Apa ni? Cheat skill
musuh apa yang no not that one. This is not it. No.
Ini?
That's Mushoku Tensei.
Mushoku Tensei yang ni ke? Mushoku Tensei
No,
Mushoku Tensei lah. Yang ni. Mushoku Tensei is coming back.
It's coming back, yeah.
Is Mushoku Tensei written as something else? Title dia?
No. It's still Mushoku Tensei. Maybe it's not in spring.
Probably it's not. It's probably not the spring code. Probably it's coming. But I know it's coming lah. Season 3.
It's coming.
This looks like a Harry Potter ripoff, but the jalan cerita dia tak nampak macam Harry Potter sangat because it's something to do with the main character not having any powers. But I can't be bothered because cerita ni cerita macam Harry Potter dah lah. Muka dia orang ada macam gambar lightning.
It looks like Harry Potter and fairy tale. It's not actually comedy lah.
Yeah. One of our panelists actually reads this, but dia kaki baca je lah. And this was that Oshinoko that surgeon mati tu. Okay lah, but yang dia bukan yang dia mati betul dia hidup balik sebagai anak to the idol yang dia minat. So I mean as usual macam this one aku try tu, tapi kalau macam tak ada siapa nak discuss, tapi Munif dengan ni lah yang going on about it, but if he can, it'll be great lah to cover this Jigoku Raku. Quite violent looking fantasy manga, historical / fantasy about ninja yang dihukum untuk kira hukum bunuh, tapi to get out of it, he and a bunch of convicts have to go to this island and find the elixir of life by hook or by crook, and each of them are accompanied by a swordsman or woman to make sure that the job is done. Or kalau diorang tak buat hal, kalau diorang buat hal, they'll just dispatch je lah. Potong kapara. Ini aku tak tahu whether this is a second season or not. Ranking of Kings. Yuki no Takara Bako ni.
Second season.
It is a second season, is it? It is kan?
Yeah.
It's not like a spin-off or whatever.
No, it's a continuance.
Cool lah. Tapi itulah aku anyway, so apart from that, the only other sexy sequels I recognize are Golden Kamuy, which is good. Which jangan cakap bagus pun, aku tengok 2 season je. I've heard of Eden Zero.
No.
Oh yes, ni as usual, we like what we did last season. Tak adalah kita orang nak ikut setiap minggu, tapi mungkin I will do 1 or 2 sessions on this Mobile Suit Gundam Suisui no Majo season 2. After what had happened, they're still showing it at 5 o'clock Japanese time. Tak serik-serik lagi, so tak tahulah ada adegan buat tomato puree lagi ke tak dengan guna tangan robot. This one I was thinking of watching, tapi takut it's not going to be that good. It's about this salaryman, anak perempuan dia in a abusive relationship with a boyfriend dia Yakuza. He got angry, he killed the bastard. And he and his wife hit the body. And then the Yakuza punya gang were like, mana mamak tu Kamu tak nampak. And then it starts from there. It's by Tezuka Productions. Interesting to see Osamu Tezuka punya legacy ada anime. I thought he's more of a manga person. Apart from that, a bunch of other. God, Conan, Detective Conan ni baru tahun began winter 1996. Bloody hell.
No, it's longer than that. It's longer than that. Trust me, it's longer than One Piece. Yeah.
It's long. Itu actually kan dalam ni nak tengok those long punya anime boleh turun kat ujung-ujung tu macam Osomatsu-san lah yang jenis 50 tahun tak habis. So anyway,
hold on.
Itu je lah. What? Where? Who? What?
I think I saw the Idolmaster.
Ni Cinderella Girls U149. I don't know.
I follow that.
Is that a new spin-off?
New agency lah, yeah. At least your cup of tea lah.
Crayon Shinchan, Doraemon, ni biasalah, ni dah masuk kepada benda-benda. Ada lagi Yu-Gi-Oh. Cakap pasal cerita-cerita lama, minggu lepas was the last episode that had Satoshi atau Ash Ketchum dengan Pikachu as the main lead. There were some videos leaked lah on Twitter and all that. Orang tengok pun macam sedih agak lah. Bukan Walking to the Sunset. Walking into the rainbow.
One of those few people that is 10 years old with 25 years of experience.
Exactly
the kind of Asian we need.
And then because wayang tu macam orang-orang yang komen sedih-sedih semua umur 30 because they were like probably 5 when they watched it, and it's like wow, aku 50. I watched it when I was in university. Anyway, itulah kita sudah sampai penghujung sesi kita untuk Core 2 musim ke-6 MHA at better time, as opposed to 3 hours 40 minutes. We have got a cool 2 hours. Diharap penonton di rumah terhibur dengan ulasan kami malam ni. Untuk sesi yang akan datang, kami berharap untuk memberi, as I said before, ulasan secara live stream untuk siri anime Musim Bunga 23 itu Demon Slayer Swordsmith Village Arc, Mobile Suit Gundam Witch from Mercury, dan Jigoku Raku yang diadaptasikan dari manga nukilan Nikaku Yuji. Tapi tarikh dan masa sesi live stream ni bakal diumumkan melalui laman Facebook dan YouTube kami seperti biasa, so nantikan. Kepada anda yang baru ke sesi kami, jangan lupa untuk langgan, kongsi dan tenyih butang like untuk kedua-dua laman YouTube Stomachofchaos dan BuzzPopTV, laman pop culture suka ramai Malaysia, supaya anda tidak ketinggalan untuk sesi kami yang akan datang. Dan jika anda ingin menonton sesi-sesi kami yang sebelum ini, selain dari archive kami yang mengandungi sesi ulasan stream yang penuh So if you want to sit down and listen to 3 hours of us talking about particular, go ahead. I'm not stopping you. Tapi di laman YouTube Stomachofchaos juga mengandungi video ringkas yang mengambil tema spesifik dari perbincangan kami yang lampau. So by all means check those videos out if you've missed anything before. So terima kasih kerana sudi bersama kami kan kepada rakan panelis saya hari ini, Otsu Karisama Deshta, kepada Syaz dan Anri. Thanks again. Spend your time doing this session, and saya Kudo Marizu Ijo desu. Mata out the way. Jumpa lagi di masa depan. Alright, see ya.